So we are just entering 2020, and good business leaders look forward to 2030 and say, what's ahead in the decade? And when you're in supply chain, there's many things to watch for. Here's some of the things I'm watching. Cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is a really concerning fact in the supply chain. When you look at the big corporations that had breaches, many of them came in via the supply chain. So we are watching and investing in making our supply chain as secure as you can and aligning everybody in the supply chain to keep the bad actors out. The other big trend is, of course, sustainability. And we all know that the planet is in trouble and that we need to work on making the planet a place where future generations can live without fear of pollution. So when you're in supply chain, you have a big potential impact on sustainability. It's how products are produced, it's how they are moved around, it's how they are packaged, it's where you produce them, and certainly it's whatever is left over once the product has been both produced and used by the consumer. So we have the opportunity to look at many different ways of making the supply chain more sustainable. ALOM has been doing that for years, of course, but we are committed to intensifying this effort and to working with our customers to do the right thing for future generations. So we are also looking at technology, of course. Technology continues to be a big area for supply chain professionals to watch. And we are not just watching, we want to maintain our role as leaders in this area. What I'm watching is, of course, how we can continue the trend with more transparency, more visibility, more ability to look at what's actually going on. And that visibility allows us agility that we really need, because we have got customers who are fortunate enough to grow really fast in the industry, and we need to be there to support them and get the early predictors of what's going on. We also need to be able to catch any exceptions. Customer expectations keep going up. Our 99.99% shipping accuracy may not be good enough for the future. So we need to all the time improve. But there's more to technology than that. Within the next decade, I predict that predictive analysis is going to be one of the biggest improvement in supply chain. Our ability to actually use predictive analysis to forecast demand, to react really fast to what's coming ahead. And of course, we get more and more technology into the products, whether it's vehicles, whether it's wearables, whether it's virtually any other product, we get technology inside the product. And being able to control that supply chain such that we don't just look at the physical supply chain, but also at the data supply chain and the financial supply chain within a compliance framework is really key to success going forward. And when I talk about transparency, of course, I'm talking about supply chain transparency, but certainly there's another trend that's important, and that's transparency in what we are doing. And so that's part of the corporate social responsibility trend that we are following and that we are very keen on being leaders in. Being very transparent in what we're doing and how we are producing, moving products around, and what we're doing with data. So we have been a leader in that, and we want to continue to be a leader in that. So going forward, the next 10 years, well, the last 10 years had a lot of uncertainty, and the only certain thing I can say about the future is it's going to be uncertain. Uncertainty is a certain thing. So being able to react fast, being agile, and having the system to create the visibility is definitely a key success factor. We stand ready to work with our customers to make them successful in this environment.